We don't need to
Big
belabor the point.
big news, Ben.
Big news,
The cat
Ben.
is not allowed in Betty's room anymore.
Wait, you're not allowed in Betty's room anymore?
The cat,
Oh, the cat.
the cat is not allowed in Betty's room anymore.
Why? What did the cat do?
The cat, listen, I don't want to be too mean to the cat or, blow up her spot or anything. She had a it wasn't an accident. Okay, I'll tell you. It was one of those situations where the cat did not clean herself fully, had a little bit of a poopy butt.
Okay.
Um, in the way that a in my attempt to be easier with this, it's going to get even worse. A cat log, if you will, can sort of hang out in the fur around the butt.
A
So it wasn't like
Klingon
she had
around
a
Uranus.
right. It wasn't that she had a poopy butthole, but she just had a stowaway
Yeah.
on her butt. And so yeah,
I believe there
Betty
is a proper term for that. Um I'm not going to say it on the show, but
for a cat
well,
or just in general.
I think just in general.
Oh, yes. So yeah, the cat is Betty got grossed out. She's like, "Oh, you're not coming in anymore." And so the cat is now sitting
Did
outside of her
the
door.
cat leave it in Betty's room?
I don't know what happened to it. I didn't ask. I figured that's just going to work itself out
Yeah,
eventually.
best not to ask.
Oh, but I also got the coolest chair.
Are you sitting in it
I
now?
now have, no, I am not. The coolest chair is downstairs. Uh, it is an egg chair that
Excellent.
hangs from a chain, or not a chain, but a carabiner,
Yeah.
from a curved frame, and it's
Yeah.
fiberglass,
I've seen those.
and it's so it's see-through.
It's not
Got an
quite.
orange cushion on it.
Oh, okay. So it's like the egg is made of plexiglass, sort of.
Yeah, it's not really an egg. It's a sphere, half a sphere
Gotcha.
made out of plexiglass. It's great. I'm afraid to sit in it.
Does it?
They say it
Why?
has a 300-pound
I was
capacity,
gonna ask if it was because it had a weight limit, but I didn't want to be insulting, Paul.
but here's the thing. We've talked about this before, I think. I am, well on my way for my goal to be a Santa,
Yeah.
whenever my beard turns white. But, there are certain things I need to be careful about.
Oh
Crawling around
God.
attics is one of them. Sitting in this chair is another. Here's the thing. I know myself. I could lose a bunch of weight and be crazy, light, but it
Oh
wouldn't,
no! The world
but
has
it,
gone away from Paul.
but it wouldn't help, uh, me be happy.
Yeah.
I did it with my foot. I meant I knocked the thing over with my foot. That wasn't a confession of any sort.
I wonder if that is.
Oh my
And it
God, I
goes
did it
again.
again.
His first fix. In the meantime, I started zooming. I started recording the Zoom, but I had the wrong microphone set to the Zoom. So
Oh,
it's just a comedy of errors over here
okay.
that
So I've got it set up
inflicts
again.
nobody but me. I wonder if that
It's
was the
pointing
reason.
a little bit up, which will keep it from falling forward. But now I don't know. Am I framed all right, Ben? In
You're a
your
little
opinion?
low. You're a little
I
low
am a
to
little
the
low.
viewers.
Let's try it. Okay,
The beginning of this podcast is brought to you by What Are We Even Doing?
what about now? Is it a
Industries.
little bit
That
better?
looks good. That looks great,
Okay,
Paul. Paul
great.
Goody.
Ben Lawrence, how's it going? So this is when we actually start streaming. No, you
Well,
get to
we've been
see the
streaming for a
whole
while.
thing, ladies and gentlemen. Well, streaming and recording.
Yeah.
Um,
See if
Hey,
this will
if you've
work.
listened to us for this long, this is well worn territory.
You know what you've gotten in for. You know what you're getting in for.
Yeah, exactly.
And that worked. I think I figured out what the problem was, Paul.
Hey, Ben, that's awesome.
Apparently, Audition doesn't like it when I'm using the onboard microphone for Zoom. I have to make sure that every single input, and there are 3 places I have to set my microphone: Audition, Zoom, and Streamlabs. They all have to be the same. I now know that.
Ah,
Hopefully, that won't trip me up, or hopefully that's the reason why, and I haven't done something else.
I shout out to the place that I ate before coming on the show, Wendy's. Oh, did you hear that? That's the cat.
No, because Zoom just takes away all your background noise.
Okay. So yeah, she's mowing like crazy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Um, I don't know what to do though.
Today
I
on the
mean, I'm
show,
not letting
Paul and
her
Ben
in
talk about
here.
cat butts.
Yeah, no.
Also,
I mean,
today's show is brought to you
she's
by the very
this is
last San Pellegrino limonada that I have.
this is what I will say. The cat's butt is fine now. I don't know what happened in between Betty reporting it and now. The cat's butt is fine now. I just don't let her in my room because she keeps on messing with me.
Messing with you?
Yeah, she wants attention, and when I'm working from home,
Have you
it's
met cats, Paul? It's
yeah,
kind of their
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Well, Abby's been really good about it for a while.
But in her dotage, she probably wants some more human
Yeah,
connection.
exactly. Yeah,
Because
which she can get
Abby's
from.
been around since the Seattle days.
Yeah, yeah. She's a good cat.
Yeah.
I don't mean to, but she is still a cat, and being a cat has with it certain things.
Yep.
So anyway, do I feel a little bad about keeping her out? No. But do I feel pressured by society to feel bad for keeping her out? Yes.
I have noticed one thing, and I don't think this is due to you moving from Edwardsville to Chicago, although I haven't noticed it in Chicago. But Paul, you used to do the show with Edward in your lap,
Oh
and you
yeah.
no longer do that.
Edward spends a lot of time downstairs with Jennifer.
Does he not come
Um,
upstairs?
he does come upstairs. He doesn't like the stairs though, so he often stays on one plane
They must be
of
quite daunting.
existence.
Well, I mean, you were in the basement for the other shows. Those included stairs.
Yeah, well, he would come down from those. He got scared a little bit. He fell on some steps
Yeah.
when he was in Chicago. Like fell. Oh, and then one time I fell down the stairs and follow the search the audio because I fell down the stairs before a show that we did.
I
I was
remember you telling the
holding
story.
I was holding Edward at the time, but Edward, I got him to safety. I was
At
holding
the
him, and
sacrifice of one of your knees.
that's part of the reason why the fall was worse than it would have been, is that I didn't catch myself until I had already
Yeah.
gotten him sort of safe. So yeah. Um so let's talk about it. The world, Ben. It's it's not doing great.
There's a thing that just came out, just like I saw maybe 15 minutes before we went live. And
Oh, so I may not even know it.
as we're recording this, it is Thursday, January 15th, 2026. For all of you independent contractors out there who pay your taxes quarterly, get those quarterly taxes in today.
5 months before my
Your
birthday.
final payment for 2025. The acting president of Venezuela, a gal named Machado,
Oh, I
ha-
thought you were going to say Donald Trump.
Well, no,
for a
he's
second.
only on Wikipedia is he the acting president of Venezuela. But Machado, whose first name I do not know, mentioned that she was going to offer her Pulitzer Peace Prize to Donald Trump, and the Peace Prize people were like, no, you can't do that. The Peace Prize is non transferable. Today, though, news came out that she has offered it to the man who invaded her own country and kidnapped her president, who is threatening to invade Greenland, who has also threatened Cuba and Mexico.
Yeah. Now, interesting things about Greenland that I found out about. Um, some people would say these things as though they've always known them. I have not. I just found out about it. But that we had bases in Greenland, many more bases that we let get defunct over the last 30 years.
I mean, if you look at a map of the world and where we have U.S. bases, it's pretty unusual where we don't.
Yeah. But we had pulled out of Greenland a little bit. And then we said, "Oh, we need to get back in there." Um, which is fun.
Yeah.
If you're not Greenland.
There's
But
I'm pretty sure we're gonna come to find out that the president is so fixated on Greenland because of the Mercator projection.
he thinks it's bigger than it really is.
I think he thinks it's a lot bigger than it actually is.
I think that is quite a possibility. The other thing that we heard about, of course, was that Europe is sending troops into Greenland
Yeah,
for exercises and
I'm doing air
etc.
quotes for people who are just listening.
Yeah,
Exercises.
yeah, it is. I do every once in a while, right? I do have this thing where I think of the United States as being, in many ways, part of Europe, and it's not. It's not. It's just the way that our history was taught when we were kids. It started in Europe, the history of the United States,
I mean,
because Howard Zinn wasn't in our curriculum. Uh,
there are so many different angles to this whole Greenland thing. Like there was just a thing I saw on Reddit today. I didn't read the headline. I didn't read the article. I just saw the headline. So I don't know who all is involved, but there was a bipartisan push for impeachment if Trump should invade Greenland.
I know that probably I think we talked about this. Rand Paul most
Probably.
likely is one of them.
Yeah.
It was one of those cases again where you're like Rand Paul
He's still in
making
Congress?
making sense of some kind.
Yeah.
It's
Not that Rand Paul is the worst person, but it always reminds me of that Onion article. Um,
yeah. His
uh,
neighbor hates him. I know that.
did you see this one thing though, where Trump said just because you landed a boat on it 500 years ago doesn't mean you own
Yeah.
it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's fun,
That's
right?
rich.
What
Coming
if
from
it's
an
less than
American.
what if it's less than 500 years ago? What if it's you know.
Like
So, but here's the other piece of it, right?
800 years ago.
Um or what if you just declared yourself a country, less than 300 years ago? You know, the people landed a long time ago, but still. Here's the other thing. Someone from Denmark had the statement, if the United States wants more bases in Greenland, they could just use the treaty that they already have with us because there are provisions for that,
Yeah,
which is
but
again kind of
Donald Trump doesn't read.
no, no, famously. And I I believe who's the guy who's on Saturday Night Live? We've talked about this
You're gonna have
before.
to be more specific.
Um uh King of something. Um King of Staten Island?
Oh,
Uh
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson went on a podcast one time, or a radio show, one of the two, and talked about how he doesn't think Trump can read. And
Oh,
then he
because of
started
his
having,
experience at a Saturday Night Live read. Yeah.
yeah, he started having a whole bunch of tabloid problems. And it reminded me of Succession. Now, Donald Trump doesn't own any tabloids. But do you think that maybe he knows someone who does tabloid stuff?
I'm just remembering the moment in the Pete Davidson story of what how Donald Trump interpreted one of the lines.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
let's go chicken legs.
Let's go chicken legs. Oh, turkey legs.
Turkey.
Turkey legs.
That's it. Sorry, say your question again. I was too wrapped up in like
I
reviewing
just
that
I just need to
interview.
say this. I know I've said this before, but I think Let's Go Turkey Legs is actually funnier. And I hate to say it,
It's
but
horrible.
I
It's
think it's true.
horrible that it is funnier.
Um so we
As
as
a
Americans
society, I'm
are
afraid of
not.
Americans.
Oh, I was watching that just the other day.
Oh yeah, that music
And
video.
something I didn't notice is that Bowie and Trent Reznor both have the same kind of facial hair a little bit, like a little thin goatee
Hmm.
for a while. I think Trent Reznor's great in that
It was.
also.
We just passed like the 10-year mark of David Bowie passing away.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like it was
crazy.
like
It
earlier
seems
this
like
month.
just the other day. And of course, oh hey, here's where we talk about it. Um, David Bowie, of course, still uh
Or was it the release of his album? I maybe I'm getting it confused with the release of Black Star, but I think they were very close together.
problematic. David Bowie,
Problematic.
lest we forget, problematic. And here we go, Ben. We've talked about it before. Now it's money where the mouth is time. Uh, Famously, newsworthily, however you want to say it, the Clintons refusing to meet to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to subpoena him. And everyone's like, haha, what do you think now? And I'm like, yeah, no problem.
This isn't mine, but like when you're I'm just repeating something I heard someone say on like a news show.
Yeah,
But the it's like when like MAGA people say, "Aha, how do you feel about Bill Clinton being in the Epstein files?" You're going to have to say, "Oh no, I'll have to take down my Clinton flags from my yard and peel the Clinton stickers off of my car and not wear
yeah,
my Clinton clothes and drop out of Clinton University."
yeah. None of it happens.
There's a
And
so the Clintons have declined to comment because, of course, they did, but they also declined to comment or they declined to give testimony behind closed doors. They have offered to do it in public.
this is the other thing that is interesting. Uh, they're framing it as they're fighting against. They said there always has to be a time to fight against. I forget the wording exactly. Something like to fight against tyranny or for the soul of America or something like that. And then they said, for us, that time is now. And I'm like, now? Now.
When we are 10 years into this thing.
Should have been, could have been, Anyway, my whole thing though.
Yeah.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. One is the shenanigans during the primary in Illinois. Didn't like that. Um, but the other thing was the um, re-villainization of oh, now I'm blanking on her name, Ben. It's bad when I Monica Lewinsky.
The
The re-villain is
revillainization.
right when so I used to listen to Improv for Humans with Matt Besser. Used to listen to it all the time. And when Hillary Clinton was running for president again, they did a segment where he was like talking about how she was bad.
Lewinsky was bad,
And
or Clinton was bad.
yeah, no, Linsky is bad.
Really?
And they even did some sketches about it and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, no thanks.
Is that when you turned off that podcast?
I believe that I have not listened to that podcast
Yeah.
since,
I didn't.
because
I
I was
didn't
like,
know it. I have not seen any villainization of Lewinsky lately in pop culture. I've only seen her like be her image not resuscitated, but like revived, I suppose. Like
yeah,
John Oliver did a whole bit on her a number of years ago, like where
yeah,
she's
it
framed
might
as
have
the
been,
victim in all of this.
yeah, it might have been in response to some of that was happening.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's the big thing is I'm like, okay, I'm not, yeah, I'm not broken up about it. Now there are some people who are big fans and who will not like it. And so David Bowie as an example, um great musician, problematic. But complicated individuals maybe.
Well, I
Um
mean, a musician who lived through the 70s and
how
80s, right?
how many people did David Bowie have killed, do you think, in his life?
I'm
Any?
gonna I'm gonna take the over on point five.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Gambling. I don't
At
do it,
least
Ben.
one. That mofo killed
Do
Ziggy
you?
Stardust.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah. Does his own persona count? Um.
I was actually last night, coincidentally, I was trying to sleep, and so I was playing this brain game I sometimes do, where you you pick a topic and say something for each letter of the alphabet on that topic. So I was like, it's like bands, and the only Z band I could come up with was Ziggy Stardust, and I had to have a little conversation with myself. Because I also said Bowie, so I'm like, does
Yeah.
Ziggy Stardust count
Now,
as a
Ben. Now
Z?
that you're awake, have you thought of someone? Because
Another
there's an
Z?
obvious one. Yeah.
I have not actually. What's the obvious one?
ZZ Top, Ben.
ZZ Top. I don't know
It's
why.
got
I
Z
love me
twice
some
in the
ZZ
name.
Top. I don't know why I couldn't have come up with that. I did that thing last night where
Uh,
like I
I
thought
mean,
I
were
was
you
doing
using Sorry, go ahead.
I was I went to bed early. I went to bed at 9:30. Slept for maybe a half an hour, but then at 10:30 decided to just get up and read some more. Read till like 3 a.m.
Wow, crazy, Ben.
Almost done with my book, and
What
then
book are you reading right now?
it's by an Australian writer named Benjamin Stevenson called "Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone."
Oh wow,
My sister loaned
crazy.
it to me, and she loaned it to me because she just picked it up out of uh, randomly at a bookstore because of the author's name, Benjamin Stevenson.
Ah,
And the reason that caught her
is
eye
your
is because
dad's name Stephen?
our dad's name is Steven, so I am Benjamin
Oh,
Steven's son,
yeah,
and it's
interesting,
fortunately enough, it's a good
riveting.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Knives Out meets Clue, is
Oh,
how it's been portrayed on the back cover. So
interesting. Because Knives Out and Clue
yeah,
share some similarities.
so it's a comedic who done it.
Ah, yes. Well, I would say the Clue is maybe comedic also.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
it's more wacky. Clue is more slapstick. So
It's like Die Hard meets Die Hard 2. Um,
hey
I'm
man,
kidding. I know that.
don't rag on me for that. That's what I just read on the internet.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I get you. I get you. So, there was something else I was going
It's
to
like
ask
my
you.
friend
Okay.
Steve just meets his friend Steve.
So let's see, you read the book, you set up your play. Oh, other Z names I was
I
thinking of.
watched the police
Uh,
arrest somebody outside of my window.
really?
Yeah,
What were
I
they doing?
I don't know. I just noticed that there was like 5 or 6 cop cars on the corner, and so
Mm.
I just sat in my chair and took my binoculars out and just watched them. They were there for like a good, probably all told an hour, but I only watched them for like 10 minutes. They had the guy, handcuffed, and we're talking to him.
Wow, crazy. I wonder how many times they handcuff people without actually arresting them. Probably more often than you would think.
Pretty sure they took this guy away because they left the car there, so like they
Oh,
pulled him over and then took him
gotcha.
away.
As opposed to leaving their car there, which would just be weird. Let's walk to the station. It's nice
Cops.
out.
Yeah, yeah. I only have so much gasoline allowance from the department. Um, yeah. So other Z names: ZZ Tops, Tops,
ZZ Top.
ZZ
We're
Top.
using original sorry, original individuals as well.
Yeah, I wasn't making the that sort of granular
Uh, Ziggy
difference.
Marley,
Ziggy Marley.
uh, Zendaya.
Does Zendaya a musician?
I believe so. She was on. Here's the thing: Zendaya was on Shake It Up Chicago, which was a Disney fictional TV show that Betty used to watch when she was a kid. And so um, I she had a career at one point in time. I'm sure there's got to be more. Um,
Oh, I'm sure there's tons more. But when it's 3 a.m.
uh,
and I'm trying to sleep.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I myself do. John Zorn, that doesn't really count though. Zorn is the last name. But John Zorn, Naked
Jim Zorn
City.
is a football player.
Um, that's a fun game though.
I
Yeah,
think he
I do
was
that
even a Seahawk.
sometimes. Um,
And I had
there's
to,
a
yeah, I was just like the first thing I think of, right?
yeah.
That's what I was giving myself because I'm a little embarrassed to say when I got to the Bees, the first band that came to my mind was Backstreet Boys, but there are so many better
Yeah,
B band names.
there better be boys' names. Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys.
Um, oh, well, no, I was gonna say Viagra Boys, but that doesn't start with the B. Um, so I feel like there are improv games like Five Things that I like a lot. That's also the first thing that comes into your head,
Yeah.
and it can be anything. It's pretty cool. Oh, speaking about which, so I graduated from the 500 improv level.
Yeah, and some of you were thinking about going into the 400s.
Yeah, I am going into the four. I wasn't going into the 400 because Betty was in it, but she said it would be fine. And this is the thing, is that okay? So have I talked to you about the guy who runs it? Yeah, I've talked to you a little bit about that.
You
Um,
did, in that Steven texted me and he was quoting you saying, more of a business guy?
yeah,
Because you called
because
him
Steven's
more of, like, you said this guy was more of a business guy than Steven.
because Steven isn't really. I don't think of Steven like a business guy.
And
He
I
doesn't
had to
come off.
say to him that I'm pretty sure you meant that as a compliment for Steven.
Yeah, it is. It is. He Steven doesn't feel like a business guy. Steven does business stuff, but he has a he doesn't feel as much of a business guy. John, I like him, there's a good chance that he'll never, ever, ever hear the podcast. But I want him to know that when I say that he's a business guy, like he sets up workshops with CEOs and stuff like that. He does business type stuff.
Yeah.
He's a much more of a not that Steven doesn't do this sounds really weird. Not that Steven doesn't do business things and has not done business things or anything. It's just that when I think of Steven, I don't think business guy first. I think of lots of other stuff. Not that I think of John as business guy first. Okay, listen. But the
Just
point
move on,
is,
Paul. Just move on.
that when we talk about, hey, we want to do this thing, he's all for it, right? But can we pay for it? Can we get like so his example? Uh we wanted to do this class. We want to do this class. Okay, great. In order to do the class, we need 12 people to sign up for it. We need 12 people, preferably more. And then
This is a
yeah,
new class, so not
if
400
if we
level,
want
not 500 level.
right, if we want to do a new class that, you know,
Let's call
on
it a
anything,
600 level.
right, a 600 graduate level, whatever you want to call it. He's like, okay, we can do this, but we need to have the numbers to make it make sense. And you have to figure out what day you want to do it on, because we've got other days. These would be days that would work if it would work for you, etc. When he said to me, when I look at the schedule, right, the 400 class needs more people. You guys were meeting at Monday at the same time that this class is meeting. And this is the other thing, man. This is the important thing. I can see this. Practically, the 400 level class is a class called Forms where you practice different types of long form improv.
Yeah.
In performance, what you're doing are different types of long form improv. So you're doing basically what you would be doing in an advanced class in general, right? The only thing that's different is what you would be focusing on, right? The feedback that you would get from the instructor. But for the doing of the thing, it's exactly the same.
So
Now, granted,
are you talking about what you would be focusing on in this graduate level 600 class?
well, what I'm saying is that, in my opinion, right? Once John said, "Well, we need people for the, you would need to get at least 12 people." Oh, by the way, this other class only has 6 or 7 people in it, and it meets at your time, and it would. That's me hearing John saying, "Hey, let's not worry about this other class right now. I'm about to cancel this other class over here
Yeah.
if we don't get enough people. Can we not focus this energy on this class right now?" And it's up to them not to. That's fine.
They're
They
well
also
within
might
their
have,
right to turn you down.
yeah, they might have missed the fact that that's what he was saying or implying or hinting at, whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's this other thing, and I've talked about it before, ampersand. And
Right.
ampersand is performance, right? It's not every week, but you show up and it's 4 teams, and these 4 teams have about 8 people in them. So, like, 32 people total, and they perform, right? And so what I wrote to him about was, look, um, we've got these people showing up for ampersand. What if we're just throwing this out here, um, for a little bit extra, because you pay, so classes. I'm laying this out on the table because I don't think anybody listens or cares about this, but classes are about $300 for 8 weeks of instruction.
Wow.
That's not bad, I think, right?
I've never taken an
Once a
improv
week,
class, so I have nothing to compare it to.
yeah, once a week, $300, 8 weeks of instruction. It's not bad, in my opinion. Um, Ampersand, which usually lasts about um 2 months, I think, something like that, is about $170. And again, that goes to help pay for the venue, goes to help pay for the special guests.
Administrative staff.
Exactly. So my point was, if you could sign up for ampersand plus, quote unquote, which would be,
Our new
you
subscription
know,
service.
$300, the same price as a class, and then on weeks that the show wasn't happening, you got to meet with a coach and have a class with them or whatever. You're basically doing the advanced class, because the advanced class is performance and instruction. It's exactly what this would be, performance and instruction. So it's basically a back door to the advanced class. And and when I was talking to another one of the people who was, who was a graduate, for the 500 level class, one of the things that she was suggesting was, you know, why don't we do 1 day, 1 week of performance, 1 week of instruction, going back, same exact thing, right? So there's overlap between the suggestions. And when I wrote to him, he said, great ideas, which, could mean this isn't going to happen. But
That was all that was contained in his message.
great ideas,
Yeah.
exclamation point. Yeah. But we had talked about other stuff first. I was just sort of telling him, hey, I haven't heard anything from anybody else. I'm thinking about this. He said, great ideas.
Gotcha.
And I wrote back to him and I said, just so you know, something that I was talking about with, and then named the other person. So it's more of a group effort. Thanks. Um, because this person is more involved in the business side of things too. So we'll see. But anyway, it was fun to like kind of hobnob about that kind of thing. And we'll see what happens. I'll let you know, obviously, on here.
Next week on the it won't be next week on the GudeLaurance podcast.
Well, who knows? Maybe I will let you know next week. And I'll be lying because I won't know. I was checking for my phone to go, I wonder if anybody, and then I realized that I'm using it to talk to you. Right there.
Yeah.
So
oh,
so
I
anyway,
actually I
yeah.
listened. I followed your advice. I watched a TV show you recommended. I've seen it
Which
fully
one?
now. Nero the Assassin.
Oh, I was hoping that was the one.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
I actually watched it all the way through. I finished the last couple episodes, not last night, but the night before. And yeah, it's really great. And the the main guy Nero looks like our friend Michael
Yes,
Hayes. And
yes, that was what I wanted to talk to you about.
yeah.
Doesn't he look? I said to Jennifer, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
doesn't he look like way too much like him?" Like
if Oscar
not
Isaac and Michael Hayes had a love child, that would be Nero.
yes.
That's what I got. Out of it.
Yeah. It was really surprising to me.
I
I was
think
like, "Oh, come on."
I think what helped is like the witch necklace. I think Michael wore something similar to that.
Yeah.
But
Do you talk to Michael at all?
I text him every once in a while. I wouldn't
You
say
should text him
I
and say,
talk.
I love your new show on Netflix."
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
looked up
yeah,
to see if they were going to get a sequel because it did end on a bit of a cliffhanger, and
yeah.
signs point to probably not.
Oh, really? Oh no, Ben.
Nothing's
I
in.
thought the exact opposite.
Nothing
And the
really.
reason I say that is that the guy who played Nero said that he was really interested in playing the
Oh,
guy again,
sure. He could
which
be
to me
really,
like
as
makes me
long as
go,
somebody is really interested in paying for the whole thing.
yeah, true. But even if it's just those 8 episodes,
I'm not unhappy with
even
how
though,
it ended. It's not like
yeah.
yeah, how I've been unhappy with how other shows have ended.
And the other thing I was watching when I was watching it, Ben, I know that you don't play D&D that much,
I not at all, as a matter of
but
fact.
I was like, this is a D&D campaign because like no one, you know what I was talking about when I said that it's got the same thing that other shows do where it's a little bit of a gray area of who's the good guy and who's the bad guy.
Yeah, and they switch
But
things up. You know,
in this
more
one,
gets
you don't
revealed.
hate everyone.
Yeah.
Like they do a good job of not making you go, well, I don't care what happens to any of these people.
Well, the penitents,
Oh no, I
the
meant
the main villains, you do care what that they get defeated.
well, I guess, but in the way I'm kidding. The people listening who haven't seen it don't know. But I was gonna say it, Ben. Oh, but what wasn't the main penitent a little bit of a conflicting character? Like you couldn't tell if he was um
Yeah.
no. So yeah, it was good. I did the boy make it? Spoilers for Nero, the assassin.
The prince, you
Did the
mean?
prince make it? Yeah. I think
I
he lived at the
I
end, didn't
believe the
he?
prince lived. Also, I believe the boy they designated as the prince to go meet the
Yeah,
penitents when they came. I believe he lived as well.
yeah,
Who didn't live was Horace the monk.
yes.
I was surprised to see his demise.
Um, and of course, the Archbishop, who I thought maybe was gonna remain the big bad.
Like, yeah,
And oh, what a I did like to see the maneuvering of uh Nero's old boss. I thought that was great as well.
the maneuvering of which one was? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nero's old boss
The
just
consul.
oh, come on.
Yeah,
So slippery. So many
yeah. The father to what was her name? It's not Horchata. Hortense.
Hortense?
Hortense.
Yeah.
Freaking Horchata.
Hortense, great job also being a different person by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, Nero was great. Good fighting, which is always nice
Very, very
when
kinetic
it's
fight
something.
scenes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So yeah, thanks, Ben. I'm glad that you watched it. I am so behind on Pluribus, and part of the reason I'm behind on it is because Jennifer and I have been watching Physical Asia on Netflix. Are you
Physical
familiar with
Asia. Uh,
Physical Asia?
I am not familiar with
Okay,
Physical Asia.
so there's a Korean show called Physical 100. And what they basically do is they get 100 people of all sorts of shapes and sizes, and they put them on teams
And it's like
and
Squid
have
Games.
them. It is very much like Squid Games. There is a disembodied voice that tells you what your challenges are going to
So it
be.
is
You
Squid
have
Games.
challenges. It is Squid Game, but it's all about physical activity. Not there's not a lot of smarts involved. I would like to see
And
a difference,
less injury and death.
a different version that needs smart people and strong people, because I do think it would be interesting to see what happens um, if you.
I'm not gonna watch it, but I think that's the concept of Amazon's Beast games.
Oh, that's too bad.
Exactly.
Well, if I told you my idea about group IQ,
No.
it's real messy, but it's real simple too. Group IQ is this. To figure out what your group IQ is you give everyone in the group an IQ test. And then in the end you
Add them all up,
score
divided by however many.
you
Yeah.
right, you score and then average all those IQ tests.
Okay. And
And the
that's your group
idea is,
IQ.
yeah, and you don't tell them how to fill it out. So you could have a group where everybody takes the test and then you just average it. You could have one where one person leads and other people follow because they everybody has the same amount of time, right?
Yeah.
And so it tests not just how smart your group is, but how well organized they are.
Teamwork.
Yes, exactly. I've been kind of obsessed with the idea of it because I don't know how it would work out exactly.
Well, if only you had a group that you routinely hang around with who are accustomed to yes-anding things that you bring up.
Oh no. That's a cool idea, but I was thinking more of like I would like to know would a group of military people versus a group of Silicon Valley people do better?
Better
You
at
know,
what?
that sort of thing.
Like
At
at just
filling
at the
would
number
they have
or
a yeah, because the idea is basically in a perfect world, right? A group that is well organized uh, and has several different people, the group would be end up the group IQ, the test would all be better than if each of them took them individually and then averaged, right? Because you would have people who would know the answers, and be able to tell the rest of the group and all that.
Cheating?
But well, no, you wouldn't be cheating. This is the idea. The in the best possible world, uh, the person who knows the answer or is most confident in knowing the answer, depending on how you measure it, um, that would be the answer that everyone on the team uses, right? I think you would have a high level. If
Right.
everyone takes it all at once, everybody's working to their own strengths, you'd have an average level,
Hmm.
right? And if the team just can't get on the same page about how to take the test and argue about process, you're going to do the worst out of everybody. So it's just a nice kind of group building exercise that may or may not be scientifically accurate, but would be interesting to take a look at, I think. So, in my opinion, right now, we are not doing great as far as people not being killed by federal agents in our cities.
Or hurt, or pepper sprayed, or fill in the blank. Um, yeah, the president has said that he soon may invoke the Insurrection Act in
He's
Minneapolis.
been wanting to invoke the Insurrection Act for
Yeah.
a long time, and it's just dominoes, right? Because once he does it one place, then people are going to complain about it. You
Yeah.
know, it's
No,
we're
that's the point of ICE, is to go in and
yeah,
provoke this violent response.
yeah,
In that way, he can cancel the midterms, which he's already mentioned.
yeah. So we'll see. We got until March, Ben.
What
Isn't
happens in
that
March?
funny? Isn't that when the midterms are?
No, the November
Or are they
midterms.
are they in April? Oh, wait, what?
The November midterms. There may be special
Uh,
elections. There may be, elections throughout the year, but they're talking about the November midterms when like certain members of
okay.
Congress come up for re-election, some members of the Senate come up for re-election.
This is what messed me up for the whole thing, man. I thought those were this November. And
No,
everyone was like, no, no, the next election is in March. And then I was like, oh, I guess March is the midterms. I thought it was November. So I was a year off,
March is when you
is
may be
what we're
voting
learning.
on like levies for your local school and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think we should get levies for the school.
Who wants them to flood?
What if the river? Yeah, exactly. Da da da
When
da
the
da da
levee breaks. And...
da da. Oh, was I just singing Kashmir? I think I was singing Kashmir.
Speaking of
So
Led Zeppelin, friends of
couldn't make
ours
Paul's Boutique today. Oh,
friends
wait,
of
Go ahead.
ours have a Led Zeppelin cover band called Jed Zeppelin. Um,
No. Who
it's
is it?
the Half Brothers.
I'm clapping. I'm clapping.
Yeah,
You can hear me
there's
probably.
a
Oh my gosh, that's
some
great.
studio who I'd never heard of put out a studio session of Jed Zeppelin on YouTube. Check it out. Look it up.
I
I'm not going to
will.
send you a link, but look it up. So it's the Half Brothers, and then they have an upright bassist who I think his name is Ben as well, and he's an old
Oh,
collaborator of John Ackerman's.
nice, nice. Oh, I'm all in
Yeah.
on it because I've been watching the AV Club, Ben. They're putting out
Did you
new
see? I just saw
covers.
today Gwar covered Pink Pony
Yep.
Club.
And what a great. Okay, so here's the thing, right? The last couple of things Guaro's done for them, I haven't been like as impressed. This one was great. Him doing the higher voice and stuff like that
Yeah.
was really fun.
Are those?
Um, I liked it a lot.
I have no idea. Are those the original members of Gwar?
Guar, I know that the lead singer is a different guy than the original lead singer.
Okay.
I know that much. Um, I do think that the fact that they use the makeup and stuff like that is
Does he look the same
an
as the first
okay.
guy?
No, no, he's got
It's a
a
different look.
different
All
deal.
right.
He's a cow guy, and the other guy is more of a demon guy.
Gotcha.
That's my recollection. Um, but yeah, no, I
My
think
knowledge of
because of the
gore is
makeup and
only
stuff,
adjacent.
they can move people in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I was thinking about it is because the Punch Brothers, who are
Punch
not the
Brothers.
half brothers, but
Right.
have a similar aesthetic,
Oh, are
like
they a bluegrass band?
good musicians who play bluegrass
Yeah.
instruments. They are, I believe, though, a violin, mandolin, let's see, violin, mandolin, banjo, upright bass, and guitar.
Yeah.
And I think the half brothers are banjo, mandolin, and guitar.
Correct.
Yeah. So they're missing a violin and they're missing an upright bass band.
But they have
An
an
upright bass
Jed
band.
Zeppelin has an upright bass, Ben.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hold on. Yes. Um, oh, I've gotten uh, to the point now where I can play three songs on my banjo ukulele without looking at any sheet music,
Oh.
which is pretty great.
I
Heartbeats, the Jose Gonzalez version. Um, Gold Lion by the Yaz, and City of Dreams by Talking Heads. It's pretty great.
I can pluck out the opening notes of Suicide is Painless on my guitar.
Oh, that's nice. And it is, isn't it? I no. Hold on, wait. That's not what
Actually,
I.
speaking of Mash, I just saw today some internet discussion on, I think it's probably the television subreddit, where they were talking about, well, how MASH is like still like very relevant today than it was 30 years ago when it aired, 40 years ago when it aired. And you can also, like, the DVD version of MASH has a laugh track free option.
Oh, nice.
That would be interesting to go through and watch watch the show without a laugh track, because every once in a while you come across a clip from like Friends or The Big Bang Theory where they've removed the laugh track and the pauses are just interminable.
Wow. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's pretty absurd when you when you watch the actors on set after some joke or other just standing around forever. I think maybe in these day and ages, the laugh breaks on modern TV shows are longer than they used to be. That's just a theory.
I I haven't seen many shows with a laugh track in a really long time. But I do often wonder if laugh tracks are more helpful to autistic people. The reason I mention this is that when I watch a TV show, many times I am watching it. Well, you have most likely experienced this. Have you been watching a film or a TV show with me and you catch me like staring at you while the movie or TV show is going on?
That is yes, I have noticed that. You're not the only one that does that. A lot of people, when a funny moment happens, will look at the people in the room to share that moment.
Yes.
Or, I guess in your case, to know if it's okay to laugh right there.
Like, is this an actual funny? Yeah,
Yeah.
it for me it's always checking in, okay, what does he think about this? How is this going? It drives Jennifer
My
a little
no, my
batty
one of my
sometimes.
college roommates said that we were watching TV. Every time he laughed, he would look at me, and I felt like I had to like look at him and laugh too. Like every time we had to make
Yeah.
eye contact and laugh together when watching some episode of Seinfeld or whatnot.
And believe me, with Seinfeld, sometimes it's tough. Um, I don't know. I didn't like Seinfeld as much as a lot of people did. Um, and I'll say it again. I did like Kramer. He was my favorite, mostly because of his ideas on the show. Michael Richards, on the other hand, sir,
Has he been
what's
redeemed?
your
Are we okay? Is he okay now?
I
He
don't think
kind of he had
so.
a bit of a misstep with his
Is he?
apology tour.
Yeah.
Right after it happened, there's this really uncomfortable moment that he had on David Letterman when Jerry
Yes.
Seinfeld was on the show and they like remoted Michael Richards in.
Yeah, that I did not like.
No.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't like it. So,
Um,
Ben, I have a wonderful plan. Do you want to hear the wonderful plan?
I've got a brilliant plan.
Now, I was telling people that they wouldn't know which one is the first one, which one is the second one. This is obviously the first one. I gave you all the clues, Mr. Policeman. The second episode. You know how we started the first episode off with us figuring our technical difficulties?
As per usual.
The second episode is going to start with a peek behind the curtain, Ben.
Uh-oh.
It's coming out from behind the paywall. It's us talking about this episode as I'm uploading the file for this episode. We're
Oh,
gonna do
okay.
it.
All right.
We're
Well,
gonna do
I'm
it.
not going to stop the stream, so whoever this one
Yeah.
person is watching can see behind the music.
Hello. Maybe it's Scott. It's possibly Scott. If you're Scott, hello, Scott. And if you're not Scott, well, hello to you,
Good
not Scott.
sir.
And oh, Ben, we're getting there. Oh, it is the hour. So, Ben, I will talk to you next week in a few minutes on the GudeLaurance podcast. Keep it wrong.
Keep it wrong, Paul. Talk to you next week. And
How's it happening?
I'm gonna keep mine still rolling as well. So
Okay. Talk to you soon.
and we're not clear, but that's what I usually say at the end when I've stopped the
Okay.
stream.
So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to export audio. I'm going to do that while
Riveting stuff.
we are not recording. We're not recording yet.
I'm recording. The Zoom is still recording.
No, I mean I'm not recording is what I
Paul
mean.
is not recording.
And if I'm not recording, we're not recording. This is going to be 1-1 or well you'll see. Say.
I have a
Okay.
I also have a Zoom with my family right after this. The
Oh,
pre Ben goes to Africa Zoom.
Ben goes
So
to
I can
Africa
just
Zoom.
finally, so I can give a final goodbye to my loved ones. No, that's not gonna happen.
Oh gosh. Ben Lawrence.
Paul Goody, are we on the second one?
We're on the second one. Now, before we started recording, I did export the audio file just in case it would mess up with what we're doing. So, dear listener, the first thing I do whenever we get done with an episode is I export the file. Doesn't take that long, but Ben still does have to wait for me to do it. And I'll usually talk a little bit about what the date is.
And we've developed that because there have been a couple times where it's been Sunday night and I have to prepare the show for Monday morning, and Paul has not uploaded or uploaded the wrong file.
Yes, and so it's a little check-in, but it's also making sure that the actual file is up there.
Right.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Firefox, and then I'm going to go to Dropbox,
And they're
and
gone.
no, they left.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Great news. So I go to Public, and then I find the old file. This file is from January 8th.
And I have Dropbox as
And I delete it.
app in Finder, so I can just go to Finder, go to Public, and look at that.
And I delete for everyone.
There are 3 copies of Mara in the public Dropbox.
Yes, Mara, of course, the book Mara and the Magicians.
And 2 of them are they are the same PDF.
I should probably get rid of those eventually. All right. So now I'm looking and I find the file for today, and I go to open, and it's uploading to the public. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how easy it is. Now, normally during this time, I would say something like, "Hey Ben, do you remember when I said that there was a thing that I couldn't talk about?"
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, and
And
then
we
I'll say something like, my boss, blah blah blah, or well, it turns out that this person that we both know went in jail, went in jail
went in jail and
for
then went out
being
jail.
went out jail very fast, uh, flying on motorcycle rocket. Speaking of motorcycle rocket, uh, did you?
Masks. It's a mobile. Oh, it's a motorcycle helicopter.
Oh yeah, oh that's right. It is a motorcycle helicopter. Did you hear that they were going to do it and then they didn't? I
Do
think we
what?
talked about this already. They were going to have a live action Mask movie, and then
Oh, have
they
we? We've probably talked about that.
yeah. Did we also talk about the shared universe? Like there's a shared GI Joe Transformers Mask universe or something
The
like
whole
that.
like,
I don't know if
is it
yeah,
Hasbro or Mattel? Is it like a
because
shared use?
Mask fights Cobra.
Do they?
I believe Ben,
You look it up.
please. I do
GL
you,
2026 0115A dot wave.
okay, we did it. Now, is it still recording? It is still recording. Wait, you want me to look it up, Ben? You never let me look things up on the podcast. We made a whole thing about it. Okay, here we go. Um, I'm going to go here. I'm going to say
Mobile Armed Strategic Command with a K.
do mash and
Mash?
do mash. I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna type. I'm gonna type this exact thing. Do mash fight the Cobra.
Mash don't fight anybody. Mask fight the Cobra.
Do mask. Do mask fight the
Do
Cobra
mask mish.
Commander.
Do mask mish on. Do
Do mask
hast.
fight the No mask. No mask. The Lone Ranger's sidekick doesn't fight Cobra Commander, but the Cobra Commander's helmet itself plays a crucial role in fights, often as electrocuting or exploding when threatened with removal.
Cool.
No, do okay. I guess I should put M.A. S. So it thinks that the Lone Ranger's mask is his sidekick. Do mask.
Venom. They fight Venom.
Oh, okay. That
Mobile
I
Armored
was
Strike Command. And Venom stands for Vicious Evil Network of Mayhem.
okay. So I got that wrong. I got that way wrong. So
We may have talked about, but with all the, I think it would be silly if they made a live action
do
version.
mask and GI Joe. They don't share a universe. Now I know this for sure.
Speed Buggy and Scooby Doo share a universe because Shaggy is in both of them.
Oh, wait a second. My God, Ben, I was right. Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command, and GI Joe are part of a shared universe, particularly within Hasbro's expanding
Hasbro.
Energon. Energon?
You
Or is
know,
it Energon?
yeah,
Universe.
it wouldn't surprise me that they put them in the same universe just so they could have crossover episodes on Saturday morning.
With plans for characters from both toy lines to interact seamlessly in comics and potentially films, creating a larger Hasbro toy universe similar to Marvel DC.
Was there not already a live action G.I. Joe film?
There was, yeah. Famously, spoiler alert, um, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the Cobra Commander.
Obviously, I never saw it.
So, Energon Universe, Energon got the Energon universe. EU is an ongoing mass media franchise and shared fictional universe created and overseen by Robert Kirkman.
Oh, the Robert Kirkman?
Who is Robert Kirkman, Ben? Do you know?
Does it
Oh,
isn't
The
he
Walking Dead.
yeah, the Walking Dead guy. And Invincibles,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah, Invincible. Yes. So here are all of the it's Void Rivals. I don't know what Void Rivals are. It's an ongoing series written by Robert Kirkman. Oh no, yeah, Void Rivals, whatever that is, uh, which he created. Transformers, GI Joe, and Mask. Those are the four properties that that make it up.
Catering
But
to the aging Gen Xers who now have money to spend on these properties and the nostalgia to do it.
the story follows Derek and Sola, two individuals from opposing sides of an ancient extraterrestrial racial war, whose ships crash onto a barren planet forced to cooperate for survival. They uncovered the truth that the races are actually the same, and the war is based on secrets and lies. This is the first installment and only wholly original intellectual property in the Energon. I want to know how to pronounce it. Universe, a shared universe developed by Skybound in collaboration with Hasbro. Um. Oh, and then okay. I was like, how does this relate to any of it? Hasbro is making toys of the Void universe. That's how.
New toys for me to buy?
Yeah, if you want toys for this story of intergalactic racial conflict
I don't actually want
called
those toys.
Void Rivals, then yes. Um, wonderful, wonderful idea that they are. Oh, okay, okay, Ben. The they introduced Cybertron right away. Um, so yeah, Cybertron is part of it.
Well, he's canon in the Transformers universe.
And then Shockwave, the Decepticon,
I had that
shows
toy.
up. Shows up in episode 4. And wow, yeah. So all these are an Autobot named Springer shows up.
I'm unfamiliar.
Um, let's see. These have all come out already, apparently.
The toys or the episode? Is
The
it a TV
comics.
show?
No, it's a comic book
It's a
series.
comic book. All right.
Um, yeah, Wheelie is in it.
Wheelie?
Looks yeah.
I don't know who. I know who
Uh,
Wheeljack is.
oh, you've never heard of Wheelie before, man?
Which one is Wheelie?
Wheelie is let's see, he's an Autobot. I'm looking him up right now. Was was shown in Transformers #1. I think I had this episode of this book. Transformers #1, September 1984.
I did not
So
read the
yeah.
comic when I was a kid. I only watched the cartoon.
Uh well, the comic was about these robots.
I did have turned into vehicles. I did have. I do
Yeah,
have a couple of. I don't know if I still have
and
them.
other things.
I donated a bunch of comics that I had. Some TPBs to the Goodwill recently. Got rid of
Oh,
some of them.
did you know about the crazy thing about Transformers? When they first showed up, Japan, maybe something. Um, they didn't turn into like full-size cars. They were actually toys that turned into robots. They were like micro. They were small,
Micronauts.
uh, micronaut type things.
Yeah.
So the gun that turns into the robot,
Megatron.
Megatron, right? Megatron was that size.
Yeah.
Like, and so the cartoon kind of hand waved it about
There's
how
a.
he would be a gun and then
I know. That was always fun. Seeing as how he was this full size robot that could then
yeah,
be transformed into a gun that Shockwave held.
yeah,
Um.
and then also the idea that Optimus Prime, where'd the rest of his truck go when he became
Yeah.
Optimus Prime? Nobody knew.
The trailer. There's a great show on Netflix called "The Toys That Made Us," and there's an episode on the Transformers that lays out its whole
Does it
origin.
talk about
Yeah, yeah, it
how
talks
what
about
they
how
started? Yeah.
it came from like this Japanese toy company,
So you knew about it already.
and then it was actually these toys were given to like a comic, maybe have been a comic book writer at Hasbro, and said, "Here are these characters. Come up with a comic."
Yeah. And they did.
They did.
And then Weird Al Yankovic did Dare to Be Stupid. The junk bots. That was their theme song.
Ah, did not know
Played when
that.
they showed up. Yeah, yeah. And Orson Welles is the living planet.
Omnicron. Although
Omnicron.
I used to know all the names and all the backstories, but if you tested me now, I would not get anything 100% correct.
Okay. How much do you know about Dinobots?
Very little. I had a couple, and they always seemed to break first.
Because this always freaked me out. I couldn't remember.
Grimjack,
I Grimlock?
Grimlock, and
I,
Wheeljack had
s-
a baby.
I seem to remember that there were, did they? No. I seem to remember that there were five,
Yeah, there was a
but
set.
were there five in the set?
I have no idea.
Because I couldn't remember, and it drove me nuts. Grimlock was, so I think there was a T-Rex,
Yeah.
there's a Stegosaurus.
I don't.
Um,
I had the Brontosaurus. Now we would have called it the
I,
Apatosaurus, but back then
I
it was the
think there,
Brontosaurus.
I think there was an Ankylosaurus, I want to say. And was one of them not a dinosaur, but a like a pterodon or something?
I don't know. But then they all form into one? Here
I
we
think
go.
they did. Yeah.
T-Rex, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, Pterodactyl.
Okay. So the pterodactyl, I think, was the one I was forgetting. But now we know.
Yeah.
And knowing
And now you know
half the
the
battle.
rest. So Grimlock was the Tyrannosaurus.
Yep, that's the one I remember.
The Triceratops' name was Slag.
Slag, that's
The
right.
Brontosaurus was Sludge. The
Mm.
Stegosaurus was Snarl, and the Pteranodon was Swoop. Over time,
Yes.
they added more: an Elasmosaurus, a Styracosaurus, an Ankylosaurus, a Velociraptor, a two-headed monster, a
But,
dragon, a
but
Spinosaurus, Oviraptor, and another Stegosaurus, and a Trudon, a trio of tiny point men.
you know, yeah. I had these little guys that I would draw every once in a while for Giraffe and Elephant that were cookies. They were cookie men. They had little circle bodies and little pointy hats and little arms and legs,
Your
and they
cookies
would
wore
have
party
these
hats?
spears that they would sometimes carry. Yeah. Why am I thinking about that? Oh, there was another property where they drew some things that look like this, and I think it's just, in our heads a little bit, like these things. So like the ankylosaurus, right?
Yeah.
I thought that one of the um Transformer Dinobots was an ankylosaurus. It wasn't, but
Eventually there was.
eventually it
Yeah.
became one. And
The
yeah,
original
so
five, though.
yeah.
Legit.
All right. Okay. This is going to be a test for Alzheimer's for me. Um, Grimlock was the Tyrannosaurus. Swoop was the Pteranodon. Um, Slag was the Stegosaurus. Sludge was the what we would call a Brontosaurus.
What they would
Uh,
call a brontosaurus.
what they would call a Brontosaurus. What would we call it?
Apatosaurus?
Apatosaurus.
Is that still?
And oh, okay, this is it.
I
Um,
mean, I just read the names and I don't remember what they were. I'm
hold
looking
on
them
though.
back
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
again.
Not trying to remember the name. I'm trying to remember the type. Because
Oh,
I did swoop out of order. Hold on.
it's one of the. I mean, you know.
So Tyrannosaurus,
Okay,
Stegosaurus.
no, we were both wrong. So, um, start again.
Okay, Grimlock, Tyrannosaurus.
Correct.
Slag. Is Slag the next one that's named?
Slag is in the next one in this list.
Is Slag a Stegosaurus or is it something else?
Slag is not a Stegosaurus.
Okay. Slag is a so let's see Tyrannosaurus, Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, Swoop. So we're missing so I haven't named what Slag is,
Correct.
right? And I haven't okay.
Never mind that some of these dinosaurs never lived together in real life.
Okay,
I think it was the
let me
Stegosaurus like predated the Tyrannosaurus by
let me name
centuries.
the ones that I know about. So there's a Stegosaurus,
There's a Stegosaurus.
there's a Brontosaurus, which we would call a
There's a Patasaurus.
Apatosaurus. There's a Pteranodon. There's
Pteranodon.
a T-Rex. There's something that I'm missing, and it's a well-known dinosaur type.
Yeah, it's a popular dinosaur for kids. Kids love them.
Triceratops. And
Triceratops.
Slag is the
Slag is the
Triceratops.
Triceratops, and he's the bad boy.
Is Sludge the is Sludge the Stegosaurus?
No, Sludge is not the Stegosaurus.
Is Sludge the Brontosaurus?
Sludge is the Brontosaurus, the Plodding Bruiser. All these names have little
Um,
descriptions.
Swoop is the Pteranodon.
Swoop is a Trundon, a good-natured bombardier.
So okay, what's in the Stegosaurus? I'm
Snarl.
asking you, Snarl.
A grumpy soldier.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about something else. Clear the palate. Um,
I wrote down in the show notes Dino Borts. I'm just gonna keep it.
Dinoborts. Oh no. Oh no, Ben. Um, I can't do it. I can't. I was gonna say, so, Bort, that's a fun thing. What would that be a cute, fun name for? I've come up with something, but it's not
Is
gonna happen.
as far as a Dino bot is concerned.
No. Just
Just
what would a Bort be?
what is a
And
Bort?
then, yeah, and then as soon as I said it, I was like, oh no, never mind. We'll just have to jettison that one.
We'll talk about it after the show.
No, we won't. Well, maybe we'll. Maybe we will. Um, there's something that I was, there's something that I was thinking about that it was like, do you remember my I want pictures of Spider-Man
Yeah.
thing? It's J. Jonah Jameson. I want pictures of Spider-Man, and then he's storming and he's like shouting at everybody, and then he goes into a comic book store and he's like, ah. Um, there's something like that I came up with today, and I can't remember. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay, man. If we were still doing spin the bottle, I would pitch this. This would be just a short sketch that we would do, and it's me. I'm the office funny guy, and I'm like, oh, 2:30, time to go to the dentist. Hey, I have a dentist appointment today. You know what it is? 2:30. And then it goes back and forth like that. And then eventually it cuts to you in a doctor's outfit and me sitting across from you, and you going, you have missed every single one of your appointments for the past 5 years. I just think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I think it'd be,
We
I think
just
it'd be
did
fun.
that. I'll turn that into a cartoon.
Oh yeah, we could. Oh wait. So wait, we would do a cartoon, but
It would
it would
just
be
be
a
you
cartoon of the
explaining the sketch to me.
pitch
It's
of
not
me.
the sketch. It's just you explaining the sketch to me.
Hold on, Ben. Is this part also going to be in the cartoon?
Maybe,
And then we
maybe not.
both slowly turn and look at the camera, but maybe not.
We don't turn. Our cartoon avatars are 2D.
Oh, okay. So
Very 2D.
our
I could probably use
eyes
AI
kind of
to make them 3D.
no, Ben. Okay, so
Grok, make me
for
put clothes back on us and
for
then turn us into
for
3D
wait,
cartoons.
hold on, what? No, for the for the use of the thing, you say I could probably use AI to turn it 3D, and for just a brief second, you show it, and then when I say no, it goes back to 2D right away, like that split second. How much water are we willing to destroy in order to? Um,
That's what I do a spit take, but I'm not going to do a spit take here.
now I heard that the idea that we're using tons of water every time we do an AI search, which by the way, I usually turn AI off most of the time if I can help it
Yeah, check
because
your
of
Gmail
stuff
settings.
because of the stuff that happened when I did that thing where it was saying the mask, the Lone Ranger's sidekick, like that, right? Just crazy, stupid, like if I type in because I'm used to searching Google like this. Um, moon landing when
Yeah.
or
I haven't
or
I haven't quite gotten to the point where I type for like full sentences as searches. I do those
yeah,
targeted keywords that I think will work best, and you don't need to do that anymore.
Gillian Anderson angry, how come? Or whatever, right? Um,
David
but
Duchovny.
what it will do is it will take those things that Google used to know really well and would resolve and now say stuff like there is no evidence that David Duchovny was ever in the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You might be thinking of Flea, the bass, that kind of thing. Where
Yeah.
it's like, no, I was just doing my I have learned how to use it correctly, and now it's wrong again. Now I need to just ask it regular.
Pro tip for anybody using Google to search: put -AI at the end of your
Yep,
searches, and it won't have those AI generated answers for you.
I wrote mine is AI, which is completely different. Um, no, but it's so I don't
I'll
know.
take the mine is AI for 200, Alex.
It's gonna come full circle, I know eventually.
Well, they keep talking about the
But
AI bubble popping, but like, what's that going to mean?
right now, well, okay, here's what it's going to mean. Venture capitalists are giving tons of money away to people because they're doing AI stuff. And what I mean by that is that it's a buzzword that gets people to go, okay,
Yeah.
I'll invest more
I
money into your company.
I'm just wondering what it's going to mean as a user of the internet. Like what's going to change? Is
I
Google
don't know.
not
I
going to
feel
force Gemini on me anymore once venture
are you
capital stops giving money to
okay?
AI properties?
I was just about to use Google as an example. Remember what was the Google social media thing? I even forget that they tried to do
Oh
with
God.
Gmail, and you remember
Um,
what I'm talking about? Google blank.
I don't. I don't remember what
But
that was
but
called.
you but you don't remember what it's called, but you remember it, right?
Yeah, I
Like
joined.
Google Circles or something like that.
Yeah,
It had a name like that. And now we
Google's
don't remember it. How long ago was that?
10 years.
10 years maybe? This is what this is what could happen. And didn't I mean Twitter had one too, right? Grok, yes. Grok, that was it. That's what could happen. Like everyone forgets about it.
Ah,
That is a possibility.
it was called Google Plus.
Oh, is that it?
That was it.
Yeah.
Google Plus was a significant attempt to compete with Facebook, but ultimately failed, shutting
Yeah,
down for
I
consumers
completely
in
forgot.
2019. It
Wow.
launched in 2011, so
Shutting down right before the pandemic. Coincidence?
I'm sure it had
Yeah.
nothing to do with it.
But I don't know. I'm, you know, I feel like the fact that they don't have the millennials or um what's Betty? What is she again? What are they? What
Gen
are they?
Z?
Gen Z. Yeah, the fact
Gen
that
Z?
yeah, Gen Z. The fact that neither millennials or Gen Z are into AI is a
Cool.
big issue for the AI people.
Yeah.
Because normally, uh, you know, the kids are the ones who make the technology go. It is interesting. I don't know. Gen Xers are more into AI than Gen Z, or I hate to say it, but I think that they might be the ones who are doing most of it.
You mean we might be the ones who are doing most of it? Who
Yes,
are using like AI services?
I think so. I really do. I think that it's boomers and Gen X, but more Gen X than boomers.
Yeah. I'm not even going to assume I know who's the larger user base of AI tools, but like,
Well,
what AI
this is the
tools are we
thing.
talking about? Are we talking about like just talking into your Alexa and asking it to
Well,
create a shopping list
oh,
for you?
this is what I'm gonna say. You remember Cory
The
Doctorow? I don't know.
enshittification of America.
Yes. Do you remember like where you first encountered him? I know where I first encountered him.
Boing boing, I think.
Boing Boing.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's been around for a while,
Yeah.
and he's been talking about this for a while, and it's suddenly become much more relevant. But he's been talking about it forever, and that's a good thing, right? It's like okay, I was because I was watching him on the Daily Show, and I'd never seen him in real life, right? So I didn't know who he was,
Right.
but I was like, oh my God, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then I realized who he was when they said his name at the end. So the thing is that he pointed out something really, really well, which is that what we call, if instead of calling it AI, they just called it a plugin, no one would care.
Yeah.
Oh, get everyone to look in the exact same place. That's a plugin. That's a plugin that I haven't, and no one would care about it. the problem is that we're using,
We're using the term AI to mean a bunch of different things.
right. And why are we doing it? We're doing it because venture capitalists give us more money if we use the term AI.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way that it works. I want a search that works well, That's the main thing I would like. And this is the thing, AI, when people say AI is just what's the next word completion thing? I think I've talked to you about this before. Guessing what the next word is for a computer program is actually pretty cool.
Predictive text.
Yeah, predictive text is actually pretty cool and can seem like magic. But you know what's been around way before generative AI? Movie recommendations. If you liked these movies, you'll probably like this movie. And they've
Algorithms.
been pretty good, right? Algorithms. And in some ways, I think that even though even though no one really talks about it, I think that we've kind of put generative AI and those types of algorithms in our heads as sort of the same thing. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's possible
Yeah.
that we all, kind of think about it
I'm
as
just
its own
thinking about it
deal.
as a user of some AI tools, right? I have a
Mhm.
program that does some magic things for me when it comes to video editing. It's not image
Can
creation.
you say what kind
Yeah,
of things it can do?
it's a program called Descript, and what it'll do is if I'm working on an interview and a person is reading from a teleprompter and their eyes are moving or their eyes are even like looking over to the side, it will correct their eyesight so that the person's looking right into the camera, which
Oh,
is
so sort
now
of
a
like what Cory
request.
Doctorow was talking
It's
about.
like it's sort of generation. It's generating eyeballs. It's recreating this person's eyeballs to not move and to just look. There's some uncanny valleyness to it because when I watch back the interviews, I know that the eyeballs are fake. But
Yeah.
if you didn't know that going in, you wouldn't know. It's not that obvious. So as a
Until enough
user of
people
something
know
like
about
that,
it.
when I hear like the AI bubbles gonna burst, like is this
Yeah.
program that I'm using gonna not be, serviced anymore? Is it not gonna be updated anymore?
Yeah, and
It's just gonna go away.
I think that it would be, right? I think the stuff that when we say it's going to burst, I think it's the Gen AI, the jack of all trades, like the thing that will do everything for you. And I think your thing is going to stay around. Like the thing on my TV that's AI that fixes the way that the screen looks or whatever,
Turn that
right?
stuff off.
The the color correction or the, whatever. Like that stuff isn't going to go away. It's gonna stay on. Sorry, I say that stuff isn't going away. It's going to stay on. I'm going to keep using. What I mean is, we're we're going to still get AI stuff. Uh, we won't opt into it. It'll just be there. You
Yeah.
know, like the thing in Minority Report that, uh, you know, the advertisement says hello to you because it reads your eyeball or whatever. That kind of stuff is probably going to stay around.
I'm there's just going to be, I think, too many instances of, and I don't think AI has anything to do with this, but AI tools would certainly help implement it, of making sure that we watch the advertisements that companies want us to watch. Because I always think of
Oh
this
yeah,
Black Mirror episode where the guy can't, like, he has to watch this ad on his in his like little cubicle, right?
right.
Um, and if he turns away, it stops playing, and it's telling him he has to continue watching the
Does he
ad.
have like a does it have a ding?
I can't remember how it torments him to continue watching this advertisement, but like they're putting ads in cars, right? So when you stop at a stoplight, your infotainment screen in the center console will pop up an ad, and then it'll go
Yeah.
away when you start going again. That's starting to
I had
happen.
to I've factory reset my TV and I had to turn off ads
Yeah.
um on the like the home screen of the TV, it does two things automatically. Never turns off. The TV doesn't turn off. It'll just go to a screensaver.
Of advertisements.
Yeah. Um, and if you use the power button to turn it off, it won't actually turn off. It'll just make the screen go black for a little bit and then turn back on again after a certain time.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, the on-screen advertisements, I had to turn those off. Which is, eventually they might make one that doesn't ever turn off. And a thing I'm expecting this at some point in time. YouTube already kind of does it. An ad that plays while you're watching the thing that you want to watch, like at
Network
the same
TV
time.
already kind of does that in a couple of different ways.
The
If
Chiron on the screen for one
well,
thing.
it's been a long time since I've watched a TV show over like a broadcast
Yeah.
network, but like when you come back from commercial, there'd be like a little something in the corner, like an actor from Big Bang Theory, like
Yeah.
during while Frasier's playing. The guy is like,
Yeah,
saying,
and
"Hey,
he like this,
yeah, exactly. Watch
and
our
they'll
show. It's
say,
coming up next."
yeah,
But during sports games, I've been watching the NFL playoffs, and like even during the game, they'll be like, "We'll be back in 30 seconds after an ad from T-Mobile," and then like the game will shrink to a small part of the
yep,
screen. The T-Mobile ad takes over the rest of the screen. The game is still going on.
yeah,
But you're hearing and
exactly.
watching. They do it now. They do it to where like it's during a part of the football game where they're like huddling or they're not doing anything important. Right, the
Yeah,
ball is not in play, but
but
the game is
still,
still on. It's not a commercial. It's not a TV break.
yeah. Uh,
That's just going to happen more and more. And we'll talk more about that after a message from Verizon.
Hello. Do you use your phone? Use it more. Talk on the phone. All right, we're back. Um, I think that man was audibly about to burst into tears. I don't know
They told
exactly.
me if I didn't tell you about Verizon, they'd murder my dog.
Did I tell you about? Oh, I I think we actually talked about this. Not the last podcast, but the podcast before the last podcast.
The blind
The
man
guy
taking his
who,
dog into the
yeah, oh my God.
yeah.
I I just watched Rodney Dangerfield on Johnny Carson as a clip, and he tells that joke.
1982
The
called. They left a
non
reference back.
Yeah, the non
The clean
uh
version.
the clean, well the
I'm just looking around.
yeah, that one. Yeah,
I got to
yeah,
work on my
yeah.
Rodney.
Um
Like,
uh my rod knee. It's got a knee. I took an arrow to the knee. Would it used to be an adventurer like you? Um,
I
but
know
then I
that
took an arrow to.
reference, but I can't name
Yeah.
the game.
Oh, geez, Ben. Oh, boy. Divinity. I've told you about it before. I mentioned it
So
again.
much.
Uh, it's uh, it's still good. I'm using. I think I told you that I
Playing it on the
liked it
iPad.
better on the PS5 than on the iPad.
Yeah.
And then I went back to it. It's really interesting. Being able to click on icons is really cool. I can't believe that it's been a week since I talked to you about it. It feels like
I
just a couple of days ago.
I the most modern game system I have is an Oculus Quest, Meta Quest now, but I refuse to
Yeah.
call it that. And this last week, Meta has just been shuttering all of these VR game studios.
Really?
Yeah, I joined the Oculus Quest subreddit, and this like last week, everything has just been like, this game studio has been shut down. This game studio has been shut down. Meta is moving resources from VR. They're moving resources away from VR to something, probably AI. I don't know, but to something else. the
Oh,
reallocating, because they've already spent billions trying to make this whole metaverse a thing.
yeah. Spatial computing, maybe?
I don't know. I
Or
don't pay
or they're
attention.
not even
I'm not
using.
going to pay
Okay,
attention until it affects me.
because spatial computing is I still to this day, Ben, if I had the money, I don't have the money. I bought a really cool chair. And there's other stuff that I would do before spending this amount. This is the thing, is that because we have some big ticket items that we need to get take care of, right?
Yeah.
Um, we will buy, and this is just, I'm not saying that we're good financial planners. I'm just saying we'd buy three $500 things over a couple of months more than we would buy a $1,500 thing one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the um the Apple Vision Pro is still like $3,000 or whatever craziness.
Are
But
are they
I
even still
still
selling that?
yeah, I think they were moving away from it eventually, but I would still buy one if it's especially if it were $1,000, Ben, I would buy one right now
I
because it's still cool.
I don't know. I just remember how, like, what, because Meta also has VR glasses or like AR glasses,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
always
hey,
thought,
did we talk about this already?
hang on,
About that they're AR? Yeah.
I always thought about like maybe I would get AR glasses if they were the form factor of my actual glasses, right? If it didn't
Yeah.
look like I was obviously wearing some sort of like function where people in the street thought I was like filming them.
People
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
street? Yeah.
People on the street. Um, I have this hat that has a little LED light built into the brim, and I was wearing it yesterday, and I noticed that people kept looking at me funny. And I realized when I got home that it looks like I have a camera in my hat.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
And
It
like
sure
it
does.
like I noticed that people were like they were kind of giving me a look and when I was just like on my way home, but no, it's just a little LED light.
Oh, funnily enough, if you had that hat with that LED light on and you
It would
turn the LED light, it would keep people from being able to record your face.
yeah.
But okay, so
Take
here's
this
this
to a
is yeah,
protest.
yeah, exactly. Very interesting. Uh,
So I'm
but
no
here's
longer going
the
to wear this in public. That's all,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
exactly, yes. Um, I don't know if we talked about this or not, but um, I was on I was in Costco. Did I talk to you about this? I was in Costco and I talked to the people about the Meta glasses, and it turns out that there was no. I said, is there AR stuff? They're like, no, and I was like, oh, I thought that there was. And then I was in Best Buy and they said there was. And at first I thought that the people at Costco didn't know what they were talking about. Turns out the thing that has the little HUD
Yeah.
is a version of the glasses that just came out, and it's only in one lens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really that useful. Yeah. But yeah, a pair of glasses that like actually like does everything that the Meta Quest does, that would be Oculus Quest.
Or
Sears Tower. Um,
the Apple Vision Pro.
yeah. Apple Vision Pro though, it wasn't 100% same as Vision, right? You could tell that there was a difference
Yeah.
in the visual quality, but their little gestures and stuff like that were very good, and the way that the windows, I mean, having the Meta Quest, um, you don't have the three though, right?
No, I have the two.
The three is Jennifer has the three, and it's kind of amazing, but it's still
Yeah.
not as good as the Apple Vision Pro.
Right.
Um, but still neat. And being able to move the windows around and stuff is pretty cool as well. And if you leave the window over here and you go and do something, you come back, the window's still there.
I'm sure it's cool and I'm sure it's a fun toy. But knowing me and knowing how I like get into something for a small amount of time and then never pick it up again, I'm hesitant to try to pay even for an Oculus Quest for a Meta Quest 3. I'm like, I
Yeah.
barely even pick up my 2 anymore. It's been months since I've even turned it on.
Well, the thing is, if I had gotten the Apple Vision Pro, right, this right here, what we're doing, I would be using my Apple Vision Pro for it. Um, like no question. I would be using it for work. I would be using it to do all of my because having a screen anywhere that you want it, as
Yeah.
many screens as you want, and being able to read them without my glasses
Yeah.
was great. It was really, really cool. Um, there is a there's a thing that as soon as I was wearing it, a sort of a Black Mirror kind of thing happening where I'm talking to you, right? And I've got sort of dead eyes. And you, being the videographer, you realize that I've got my face pointed at you and I'm looking at you. I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, that's interesting. But in real life, I'm looking at another screen doing
Yeah.
something else. That's absolutely something that would
That
happen.
would happen.
100%.
The one
People would
time
just get these.
Paul used his Vision Pro for the podcast one time, and then Ben forbade it.
Yes. Ben is not a taskmaster. Ben is not a mean guy, but he will be like, "Hey, let's
Don't do
not
that
do
again.
that anymore. What about not doing that?" I've gotten
How about
pretty
no?
good at it. Um, did we talk about um so I've been watching you got to be careful when you watch things by body experts, Ben, because sometimes they have an agenda.
Watch things by body experts.
Body like body uh what do they call them?
Trainers?
Like the people who read your like the micro expression readers and the
Mentalists?
I'm gonna watch this person and based on how they're like as you can see, he's got his arms folded. He's in a protective
Yeah.
measure, so he doesn't believe what he said. That sort
I
of thing.
gotcha. I gotcha.
I don't remember what they call it. There's a term for it.
Where you're just really good at reading people or
Right.
interpreting that.
So they went through that. Okay, I have to ask you.
Interrogators. No.
Uh, Ms. Good, what is her first name?
The woman
Uh,
who shot?
yes,
Renee.
Renee Good. The only video of it I have seen is the one the officer was recording.
Okay.
Have you seen any other versions of it?
I saw the other one that's like a somebody was like on a building or something filming it.
Okay. The one with the building on it, is it more clear in that one that she didn't hit him with her car?
That's what I got, but again, I saw it once and I didn't watch it. I didn't analyze it frame by frame.
I am a little bit concerned because the fact that that's the only one I've seen, that
Was
that one is being pushed because it's more ambiguous. That the one from his perspective
yeah.
is being pushed because it's more ambiguous. I can't be sure. But it it seems uh strange to me that we have entered we talked about this before, entering a post-truth, the term post-truth or whatever.
We've been in that for a long
Um
time.
People are unsure about what happened. Like they can't.
Don't believe what your eyes and ears show you.
And I think I figured out how to tell the difference. you have to be careful about what the people, if you have to, talking about objects in space, you can say definitively this happens, then this happens, then this happens. Talking about motivations that other people have, that's where there is a problem, right? So they were they were trying to do this, right? Is a problem. They were trying to do this is a problem because you're you're putting your idea in, so saying the wheels were angled away from the officer is good. Saying she was trying to run him over is bad because she didn't run him over. Saying that she was trying to makes the fact that she didn't sound like it was a thwarted plan as opposed to something that didn't happen and you can't know because she's dead.
It's the MAGA way of trying to twist the truth into their narrative, right? She wasn't there as a protester. What I heard was that she was dropping her kid off at school and was trying to just leave. And even this guy's phone cam or body cam or whatever he was wearing, like she said, I'm not mad at you. And then
Yeah.
I guess when he pulled a gun, she tried to get the F out of there. And so, this guy fired three shots at her and she crashed her car. So,
Yeah.
but then you listen to like the government talk about this, try to defend this guy. She was a paid agitator. She was a domestic terrorist, even though at the 2022 CPAC they had up on the screen, we are all domestic terrorists.
Yeah. So here's what I would say. I saw a thing that Hank Green did where
I
he
I
he
haven't seen it, but I
he
saw that YouTube is trying to get me to watch it.
he had one specific thing he said, which is that there was a quote from the vice president saying that there were bullet holes in her car,
Yeah.
and according to the number of shots and the fact that her window was open and stuff like that, the thing that he said about bullet holes couldn't be correct. So I find that interesting as a
I
as
tend
a
to
thing.
avoid listening to the vice president.
Jennifer has this thing, and Jennifer has a note that she has made several times that there are things that mostly white dudes do. Other people might do it too, but in her general experience, it's white dudes. And in this case, it is they have a thing that they think is true, and so they just say it rather than checking to see if any of it is actually factual. And I've
Not only do
I've
they
seen
say
that,
it, they say it with authority.
yes, and I have seen it time and time again, probably 500 times, Ben. And
You're
that's
saying that with
my little
authority.
joke. Yeah, exactly. But no, I think that she is correct in that in that situation. And I don't know what
All I know is it's going to get worse before it gets better.
yeah. And as long as you say that, it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. Um, you're going to be okay because
Because your expectations are very
if it
low.
if it only gets worse, you're still telling the truth. And then if it gets better, uh, you're also telling the truth. The only time that you're false is if it gets better before it gets worse, in which case nobody cares because that's a nice thing. Very good. So yeah, I don't know. I do have a good relationship with therapy right now. It's been going very well. I have a new therapist. He is working out
Do you do
um,
therapy in person or online?
online. Yeah, no
Is your
reason, no reason
therapist
to
a real
go
person
in.
or an AI
Yeah,
generated
a
avatar?
a, a person, Ben. Wait. Oh, how do I know?
How do you
Yeah,
know? Have you met
exactly.
him?
No, I have not. So maybe, but we like to pretend that he's real. Both of us. Uh, but the main thing is that he like before my other therapist still did. I mean, the OCD thing is the important thing, but I also have autism, ADHD, and he is familiar with both of those things.
Right.
Whereas the other folks I was dealing with less so. So, for instance, fidget things, right?
Yeah.
I thought fidget things would be bad for OCD, but the big thing is OCD is very much I am preventing a bad thing from happening. So, like, you know, if I don't count to 10, then this car is going to crash, is an OCD thing, right? Um, Whereas I'm spinning this thing because I'm anxious is not an OCD thing. If I stop spinning this thing, this airplane's going to crash is an OCD thing. There's a causal um, relationship.
That's putting a lot of
So,
pressure on you.
well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing is it's in a very real sense, it's trying to take control of things you don't have any control over,
Right.
right? If I don't do this, Donald Trump's going to become president. Um, oh no, now Donald Trump is president. I guess I didn't do this hard enough, right?
Or
It
properly.
makes it seem like we have more control, even if we failed to stop something. The ideas that we could have if we had done something gives us the idea that we have the control. And so a lot of OCD training is just going, um, this might happen, this might not happen, and I have no way of knowing which it is. That kind of thing. And there's nothing I can do either way. And on that happy note, Ben, we're at the end of another GudeLaurance
Are
podcast.
we already?
Um, yeah.
Ah.
Well, we've got about 30 seconds, but it takes me a little while
Yeah.
to wind
And
down.
yeah, the
So,
reason we're doing a two for today is because next week at this time I will be in Kenya on safari outside of
so
Nairobi.
will you be back by the time the people hear this? All things going the way they should?
No, I will be back. In fact, I come back the day before you and I will record again on Thursday the 29th.
Uh, so wait a second, Ben. Are you saying that you're going to be posting this from Kenya, or is it going to be automatically posted?
I'm gonna schedule it.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell my AI assistant to post it at the proper time.
I was going to say, my God, can you imagine? Wait, everybody, shut up for a second, says Ben. You, Ben, have you ever said the phrase, wait, everybody, shut up for a second?
I I
I,
must have. I must have.
you don't strike me as a guy who tells people to shut up that often.
No.
Oh, Ben, I have to say something. Full disclosure, you and I are friends, uh, and there we have it. No,
Shut
I
up,
made a
Paul.
statement. I made a statement that I think could be considered unkind, but I don't think it was, so I'm going to share it with you. Um, Jennifer said some people think Ben is nice, and I said I don't know if Ben is already always nice. Ben is polite,
Some
and
people.
there is a difference.
Yes, there is a
Well,
difference.
well, the whole nice guy
Oh, that
thing and
kind
all
of nice
that.
guy?
Well, I don't know, Ben. Are you that kind of
Like
nice
I'm
guy?
an incel of
Who's to
some
say?
sort? I don't think
No,
that's true.
I don't think that's true.
No.
But just the idea that I think what we were talking about was you know, the is this more Paul or is this more Ben
Yeah.
kind of thing, right? And you are a kind person. You're again one of the best people. I'll mention this all the time. Ben actually helped me move house in
Yeah.
a way that went above and he basically moved house for me. Uh,
Moved and
but
cleaned.
I think the thing is that you are still not one to necessarily be taken advantage of.
I try
If
not
you
to
are
be.
put in this, if you are put in a situation, um, I could see you saying, "Okay, thank you, but no, I don't think I'm going to do that."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like draw a clear boundary.
Right.
Polite, but
For
not
sure.
not a doormat, let's say,
Correct.
as an example. And people sometimes mistake those things, I think. Um,
Unless the doormat says, "Please leave by 9."
Please leave by night. What are you still doing here? You have to turn it over.
Get
Oh,
out.
Ben, our first piece of merch. It's it's a doormat on the top part. It says please leave by 9. You flip it over. It says what are you still doing here? Question mark. I think it would be nice. I think some people would like it.
But
And
not
it's
polite.
branded GudeLaurance. All
Exactly.
right, Ben, thank you so much.
Paul.
Normally this would have been an off mic conversation.
Yeah.
But we now have a full 3 minute over. Ben, thank
Well,
you as always. I hope things are going well in Kenya, but we can't say things might be going badly in Kenya.
we'll
We'll
find out
find out.
next week on the Goody Lawrence
Good
podcast.